Good morning, everybody. 7 minutes for seniors. I'm Chris Wilson with Modified Independence, coming to you from Aging True here in Duval County, Florida. If you could see the view of the marina that I'm looking at right now, it's absolutely incredible. We're in the boardroom, I guess.
We're in the boardroom,
Yeah,
and we are lucky enough to have a building in the Ortega area
yeah,
of Jacksonville.
yeah. So I am at Aging True. This is Nicole Egan, the director of
Care
Care
services.
Services. Okay, I just call you the director, like you're the person I talk to. So this is our second segment. We're going to go a little bit deeper. I know the first segment we talked about an overview of what Aging True does as the County Council on Aging in Clay and Duval counties, right?
Mhm.
But let's go a little bit deeper. How exactly do you help seniors?
So we receive calls from seniors in our communities, neighbors, concerned neighbors, family members, maybe a family member who it doesn't live nearby. They might live across the country and they want to know, they know their loved one is starting to decline a little bit or need a little bit more help and they're not here to help them. So they call us and ask what are some of my next steps? What are some resources? So a call to our intake line at 904-807-1225 is where the call for help normally
Mm-hmm.
starts. So intake will kind of talk to the individual about what kind of help they're needing. Well, what kind of help do you need? Maybe it's somebody who is just feeling like they got home from the hospital, they got through their Medicare home health, and now that's over. So they're on their own and they're finding that it's a little more difficult to prepare meals, a little more difficult to maintain the house. So they call because they know they might see our trucks on the roads and
The
our
Meals
meals
on
our
Wheels
meals
trucks.
on wheels
Yeah.
trucks on the road
Yep.
and say, "Hey, I'm calling that Aging True place because I think I need Meals on Wheels." But when we begin that discussion with them, we actually find out that, "Oh, well, why do you need help with meals? Do you need food? Or do you actually need help with physically preparing a meal because you live alone and you're having some limitations?" And somebody who, say, had a knee replacement, maybe they can't stand for long periods of time after their recovery is over. They've gotten through the rehab and they are able to walk again and able to make those transfers, but standing for more than 10 minutes at a time has become difficult for them. Now, if we can't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time, yeah, okay, my first thought might be that that would be difficult to prepare a meal,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what else might be difficult if we can't stand more than 10 minutes at a time?
Showering.
Showering, bathing, dressing,
Yeah.
showering, putting pants
Yeah.
on, okay? All of those activities are discussed during our initial intake because we don't want to just meet one need. If we're bringing you a meal, but you can't safely bathe,
Mm-hmm.
transfer, get dressed, make the bed, clean the home, then what are we doing? We want to make sure that we are more all encompassing. And if it's someone who's having a lot of challenges with experiencing that decline mentally, we want to make a referral to our mental wellness department.
Mm-hmm.
Aging True has the largest mental health and wellness programs in Northeast Florida.
Wow.
And we don't it's not a program where you come to us necessarily. We come to you.
Mm.
We have our counselors make home visits to do one-on-one in-person counseling. We also have a virtual counseling service
Mm.
available, and frequently that's oftentimes connected to the services, the physical services that we deliver, because we want to be successful. We don't want to send somebody out and find that when we go out there to clean that we're not effective in our cleaning because the person says, "No, I don't want to throw this away."
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So we want to work together to make sure that we can make it a sanitary and safe environment.
Now, how do your services get paid for?
Now, the majority of our programs and services are at low or no cost to the individual because we are the lead agency in both Duval and Clay County for the Department of Elder Affairs grants and
Mm.
programs. What that means is we get state general revenue funds, and we also get Older Americans Act funds. And some of those programs, why I say low or no cost, is because some of those programs do have a copay that is based on the individual's income. And so the most that they would pay for our grant funded programs, if someone's eligible, is 3% of their monthly income.
Okay.
Okay. And if you don't make over a certain threshold, your copay might be 0.
Hmm.
And in that case, we're going to work with those individuals to apply for another program that doesn't even have a copay.
Okay.
Okay. As individuals spend down their assets, then we want to make sure that they're in the most appropriate program possible that offers more benefits and more insurance coverage as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then you also do you run the cathedral buildings downtown?
We actually, Aging True does own the Cathedral Residences downtown. That's Cathedral Terrace, Cathedral Towers, Cathedral Townhouse, and Cathedral Court. And about a year ago, we were so happy to have built Ashley Square,
Oh yeah.
which is a mid-rise
Yeah.
in between all those buildings. So we have over 1,100 senior subsidized housing apartments downtown Jacksonville.
Those are awesome. That's where I got my feet wet as a home health OT.
Yeah.
I remember I would park in the parking lot, walk across the street, and start on the first floor and just see patients all the way up, and then ride the elevator back down
Yeah.
and leave. And I'd spend a whole day in the building
Yeah.
because there was just so many people that
Yeah.
that qualified for help, that needed help, needed therapy, and they were all centralized. I love that area down there.
Yeah, we were very fortunate a few years ago in partnership with Jack's Housing Authority and the city of Jacksonville. We were able to renovate every single building downtown.
That's awesome.
And in 2010, we actually opened a congregate meal site within the Cathedral Terrace. So we actually serve about 100 subsidized lunches to seniors in the auditorium of the terrace for those who are registered. It's a lunch meal that's provided 5 days a week to help support the nutrition and their ongoing community living there.
That's awesome. What a great program. I was, like I said in the first segment, I was blessed to have met you because of a grant program, because of the documentary, the Saving Claire Project, and even sitting here next to you today, knowing you for more than a year and a half now, I learned new things about the services that you guys provide. So make sure we're going to wrap this segment. So make sure you reach out to Nicole and Aging True if you have any needs. If you know somebody who's in need, all of the information is coming up next in the credits. You make sure you reach out to them. If you can't reach them, reach out to me. I'll make sure you get in contact with the right people. Y'all have a great day. Be safe. Take care.